Oh, hello, Sass. You've survived. You've done it, my
I
son.
have. I have.
Sass has had the most
Oh my
cursed experience
god.
with his computer today.
Like, I don't understand, bro. I'm just tech illiterate. I don't get it, man. Like, it's between my camera and my headphones and just,
Mega boomer vibes
I don't
today.
know, so many. It's just so irritating. Like, I was about to explode earlier, but I'm good. We're good.
He contains
Everything's
his
okay.
explosion.
Hopefully the cats just don't burst in and start terrorizing. I shut the door and everything should be good. Let's
That
do
would
it.
make epic content, though, you gotta admit.
Yeah, for the listeners to know, my cats are fighting right now. I'm trying to get them to stop fighting. We just bought a new set of toys last night that are more automatic for them. We got a little one and a big one, and they fight like crazy. And I don't know why. They don't harm each other, but like it sounds like they're harming each other. Like it's probably play fight, but it just does not sound like play fight. I don't know.
It's actually kind of
Anyway,
cute. It's not as concerning as it sounds.
I don't know. Mango makes some sounds that are just like I just feel like it's not fun for him, and I can't deal with it right now. Anyway, fun facts. Go hit me with it. What do we got?
I'm gonna hit you. Hi, everyone. My name's River. Fun fact about me this week. Okay, as we've chatted about in a previous episode of our beloved podcast with thousands of viewers and fans that adore us, um, everyone knows the lore that I'm a psychiatrist. Today, I have expanded my psychiatric wisdom to this podcast because to try to improve the quality of my microphone, I have elevated it closer to my face using the incredibly thick copy of the DSM-5 that I have,
Wow.
which, if you don't know what that is, it is the like scientific manual of like all mental diseases that people have tried to catalog. And it is like about 2,000 pages thick, and so it's like supporting my mic 3 inches off the desk right now.
Maybe I should do the same. I have one right over there, actually, funnily enough.
Next week we're gonna be DSM buddies.
DSM microphone raising lawyers. I don't know. That's funny as fuck, though. You know the DSM 4 is like, have you ever read it before?
I know there's some really messed up diagnoses in there. Yeah.
Bro, I've seen the DSM 3 and 4, and oh my god, there's some things in 4 that are just like, I cannot believe someone thought this was okay,
Yeah.
right? It's
This is why they
insane.
have to keep updating it, is because everything is like actually really messed up.
Yeah. Fun fact about me, right? That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep it so real with the listeners, bro. I saw 8 patients today, and I am so drained right now. That is my fun fact, and I'm about to go let my cat in because he's gonna scratch at the door the entire time. Here we go.
Bro is
Be
he's storming off.
free. Be
Mango.
free.
Mango has
Like
joined
I don't know.
the camera.
Just running around the room, and now he's coming up to the computer. All right, that's my fun fact. I don't know. That's not really a fun fact. I said I joined a base or a kickball league. What else did I don't know. Fun fact about me. I Oh, I love bulk. I fucking love organizing bulk at draft.
Oh,
It is really fun for me. I just love that. Mango's purring in front of the camera, right, or on the microphone.
good audio
Um,
content.
yeah, and then there's the other one. Look, there he is. There's Pierogi right there.
A
That's my
beautiful
fun
boy.
fact. My cats terrorize me, as you see, one to my right, one to my left. I
Oh
cannot
my
stand
god.
them.
So for the episode today, I guess let's go ahead and get into it because we have some exciting news.
Yeah. What's the
My
exciting news, River?
my man, my goat, my absolute legend, Sasson over here is now, ladies and gentlemen, he is a regional championship qualified Magic player. Whoa!
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna be honest. That shit was some luck as fuck. That shit was so fucking lucky. All right.
Tell us the story.
Yeah. So this was a. I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know it was a two slotter until I was in the top four. I'm gonna be honest. I did not even know it was a two slotter. I just paid. I just showed up. I didn't even view the event online. I was going with a group of people I haven't really gone with before.
He's so good, he
My
didn't even give a fuck. He was just like, I don't even care. I'll just show up and win it no matter what it is.
I brought Pixie. Who would have guessed? Sorry. Let me go through the matches. So, first off, this store is awesome. This is Terra Angels Magic in Tallahassee, Florida. I fucking love that store. That store is the best. They have this really, really cool judge who I've seen at SCG cons who's now living closer to where River's living at. Yeah. I love the people who work there. The employees like actually care. There's regulars there. There's this guy named Garrett who always shows up to any event I've ever been to at Terra's Angels Magic. I really like him. I think he's a really, really cool guy, and he's also going to be at Orlando. So round one, that's just so in the RCQ. Round one, I actually played Garrett, funnily enough.
The GOAT?
Yeah, he's a pretty big grinder in the Florida area. He said he was on a team too now. But he said that he was not playing either of the decks that him and his team are deciding on two different decks right now. One of them is Cauldron and the other one is something new. But basically, we started the round. He's playing fucking mono black, and it's like this aggressive shell of mono black. It was like Sunset Saboteur, Unholy Annex, Timeline Color. It had the black enchantment for skeletons, which I don't know if you know it. It makes a 3/2 with haste, and then if you descend, which means a card has to enter the graveyard, you can put the enchantment back in your hand, and when you do, you lose one life. So it's kind of like a recursive aggro black 3-drop, essentially. I thought it was a really interesting card. And I know that this was like the card that most people like for like skeleton synergies, and it had Elegy Acolyte. I just thought it was a cool deck. I personally would have run more Dark Confidants in a list like this. I just feel like if you're playing a low to the ground black deck, like Dark Confidant, he had like one in there, and I was like, I feel like this deck would go great with 4.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if you want to rely on Unholy Annex as your only card draw source, because sometimes that is not the best card. But he was running Arch Enemy's Charm too, which got me once.
Was he running Elegy Acolyte? That's a good.
Yeah, he was. He was running four copies of Elegy Acolyte main. But yeah, it was a cool deck. Got him 2-0. The second game, he just kind of got really unlucky. First game was a little bit of back and forth. Second game, I think he just got unlucky. And I kind of just think that like Pixie kind of has the answers to just deal with like big beefy dudes that are all under 3 power toughness. Like I just feel like they have the answers to deal with that. And then game 2, I just think he got unlucky. Round 2, what did I play against? I can't remember right now. I'm gonna be so real.
How about round 3?
Say something about the mono. No, hold on. Say something about the mono black cards while I fucking figure this out.
He asks me to vamp, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't fucking remember what my round 2 was.
This is some good improv. So we can pull up the standard meta, because interestingly, the mono black deck, I've seen it as well, but it's like not been popping up in the meta recently. Like it's not a even good deck. 1%. I don't know. I think it's like a reasonable deck. Like it's not a troll deck to be playing.
Yeah, it's not a troll deck for sure. Oh, I remember what I played against. I played against someone who I wrote up with.
Let's go.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I played against someone who was also who drove up with me. They were in the car ride with me. Their name is Matt. They were trying Cauldron for the first time. Got their game 1. It was pretty close, and then game 2, I think again they kind of got a little unlucky with like lands. I think they just kind of got flooded. Which is kind of like the luck you need to beat Cauldron as Pixie. I'm not gonna lie.
True.
And then game 3, I played Rick, who's another someone who was with me on the ride up. He's like one of the best players here in town in Gainesville. And he was the one who also got the second invite besides me. I lost to him 0-2. It's Cauldron being Cauldron, no fucking surprise. Can we make that Jacob Pablo image just like everything of this episode? Like, honest to God, if anyone wants to look it up, Jacob Pablo is it prowess player. He's just a really, really good grinder on MTGO. And on his Twitter, he posted this image of Vivi, and it's just really funny. I'm not going to say everything in it, but you can go look it up if you want. It's really fucking funny.
I'll throw it up on the screen, but it's a great
so
image of Vivi
it's
just
so
absolutely.
Oh, I don't want us to like. Well, hold up. Before you put it up, the middle part, right, by 1987, I don't know if that gets us flagged on YouTube. I just want to say that.
Well, it's already up, so I'm going to have to blur it out.
Okay, all right.
GG.
GG. I don't know if it does or it doesn't. It probably doesn't. I don't know. I feel like you can say that. I don't fucking know. I just think the I Am Pigman is really fun. Anyway, round 3, I played against friend of mine from local draft who drove up as well. This is their first RCQ, and they were playing the Simic aggro deck. I fucking made the dumbest mistake of the century in game 3, and I was so upset with myself, and I actually lost that. So I'm 2-2 at this point, and I'm like, there's no way I'm fucking making top 4.
To recap, so you played mono black, then 2 Cauldron decks, and then Simic midrange, and you're 2-2 at this point.
Or aggro, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 2-2 at this point. Yes. So at this point, I'm like, I actually called River, and I was like, I don't think I'm making this, bro. Like, I think this is just kind of over, but that's okay, because like, I ain't gonna lie, the loss against Rick, I'm not sure I could have done anything better. The loss against Kalen, which was the Simic player, I'm not sure that I deserve to win that with how I played. Like, I was okay with losing that right now. And then round 5, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
last round.
Yeah, round 5. I played against the only other guy who he's like, I think he was 4-0 at the time, or 3, I don't know, 4-1 or 3-1, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing blue-white control, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, like Kaido just makes that matchup like the easiest shit in the planet. Like having 4 Kaidos, like I feel like my sideboard plan is just so like, because it just like the sideboard cards that I bring in for Cauldron just happen to also be so fucking good against control. Like I had Duress, I had No Moralize, I had 4 copies of Kaido. Like I had a Disdainful Stroke too. Like I have everything to deal with that deck. And I just got there 2-0. And I guess because everyone who I guess my breakers were so good that I squeezed in the top 4 3-2. By the way, this is a 17-player tournament.
Your breakers were the only people that you lost to were also, I think, the number 1 and number 2 seed. So like your breakers were insane. You had like opponent match win was like 70% or something like that.
Yeah. And I felt really bad for the blue-white control player because like I think he played really, really well. It's just like I just think that matchup is just abysmal for him when I have 4 Kaidos in the 75. And I also just think he just didn't see a Day of Judgment at all too, or an Ultima. I think if he saw one board wipe in one of those games, like he gets there too.
Yeah.
So I think I got a little lucky, but I also just think Kaido fucks that matchup really hard. I had one turn where like I was actually really proud of myself for this. He played the 6-min or the 5-minute Elspeth Planeswalker when I had a board developed with Cosmic Grand Zenith, and I had Kaido too. Like I had a really big board presence, and he had Beza or some shit or something else. I don't remember. And I was like, oh, okay, I got to deal with Elspeth now. And I was like, wait a minute. I feel like I just put him to 4 here, and I have such a wide board that he just loses no matter what he plays the next turn, unless he has a board wipe. And even if he plays a board wipe, it's not even the end of the world. And he just lost off that. It was nice. It was really. I was like, I know I'm not supposed to go for Elspeth here. I'm supposed to go face.
Good one.
Yeah.
So then you made it exactly in 4th place, right?
Yes. Yeah. So top 4 was. It was, and my cats are fighting like crazy.
The classic, my beautiful boys.
Top 4 was Abzan Kona Surprise, which is this new deck. You can tell the viewers about this deck unless you want me to while I escort my children out the room.
The children shall be escorted. So this deck is not even on
It is. It is.
Goldfish. It is? Maybe I
Well,
missed
not the Abzan version. There's like different iterate. No, it's on there. Hold up, I'll find it, bro. I'll find this shit. Okay, so I found the list. So basically, I think a lot of people are running this deck like differently. Like people are trying different like big end things to like cheat out. This guy had Ireni. He had a copy of Valgavoth. He had like, and this is what I thought was really really cool is that they have multiple different they have like one copy of multiple different big things, and the main things I've noticed are Vaultborn Tyrant, Ireni, Valgavoth, Summon Knights of the Round, and Summon Bahamut. Those are like they play like a one of each of them. At least that's what this guy did. I'm looking at a version online. The number one backbreaker by far is actually Vaultborn Tyrant. Like that thing is insane, and like I would not be surprised if, like, I'm looking at it now and it says it's $38. It's fucking insane. Like, that thing is so disgusting. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, like, how decks deal with this card. It is so good. And there's no overlords either. It's literally just the planets. Kona cheats them out. And then Smuggler Surprise cheats them out. Some of them are playing, and I don't like the versions that do this. Some of them play the Anti-Causal Vestige from Edge of Eternities to cheat big things out. I don't think Anti-Causal Vestige is a good card. I don't like that card at all. I feel like it doesn't have the power to get there. Do you want to read off that card and talk about it, or no? You want to just keep going?
I'll briefly mention because I love the name of this card. So Anti-Causal Vestige. It's a 6-drop, but you can warp it for 4. It's a 7/5. And when it leaves, you draw a card and then put a permanent with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control on the battlefield. So it's kind of a pseudo Kona effect where you play it for 4, it warps out, and then you put a big thing in if you have a bunch of lands. I also don't think it's a super good card, but it's really funny because every single time I've seen like a streamer or somebody try to say this card for the first time, like no one reads Anti-Causal Vestige. Everybody says Anti-Casual Vestige. And I'm just like imagining this guy is like out here. He literally looks like he's like dabbing on the casuals. Like that's the art of this card. So it's like, these fucking casuals. I'm the Anti-Casual Vestige. Anyway, go ahead. Please continue regaling us with the glories of your RCQ.
So I think the coolest part about this deck is it runs the Sarima, or River, as River would like to say, the Sariyema. I don't know how we pronounce this card. But basically, this is the spacecraft that tutors up any legendary creature card from your library into your hand. And this is really, really cool, and this is the reason why they're running multiple different of the big threats to cheap in, because you can basically toolbox, well, which one is the best for the best situation. So example, like the guy I played against, I make a bunch of like little cheap 1/1 flyers because I'm playing Pixie. He would often, in the first, actually I think both games we played, he would bring in, or actually no, we played all 3, sorry. He would bring in Ireni, and like it would wipe like 3 or 4 creatures.
It's pretty dope.
And one time he brought in Knights of the Round. We'll talk about that later. He had a Valgavoth that he was trying to. He said that might have been something he should have got into. It was very obvious this guy was like new to the deck, and he was a very nice man. He was an older gentleman. I think his name was Doug or Kyle. I don't remember. But the whole point of the deck is like you're trying to cheat in big creatures with Smuggler Surprise, Kona in combination with the lands or the Sarima to tap Kona, so that way it guarantees go to main phase 2 to cheat something from your hand into play. And then the planets, which is really, really cool. This one was like a Selesnya, and then he had like, you could say it's you could say some people are calling it Abzan for Valgavoth, but it's really a Selesnya deck. And then the whiteboard is just like, or the sideboard is just like all white hate pieces: Pinnacle, Star Cage, High Noon, Voice of Victory, Rest in Peace. Like the sideboard, and it's really just like, it's not even a ramp deck, even though they play like Esper Origins and Llanowar Elves. It's like a I asked Rick like what kind of like word would you use to describe this deck, and he used it's a show and tell type deck.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Just big things that you cheat in.
Yeah. So that's the deck. I was very, very worried. Like that, I've never been so anxious because at any point he taps Kona and I don't have an answer for it. I don't know what I'm about to get. One thing that this guy that I thought he did was really interesting was he had a copy of this 3-mana Selesnya creature. It was a 4/2 that says when a creature is tapped, all legendary creatures that are tapped get indestructible. Or no, that's part of the Sariyama. He said it's whenever a creature becomes tapped, you gain a life and draw a card, and that was really, really easy to do with the planets and the Sarima. So he would often tutor that in, and that was his source of card draw. And it just felt like he would like, okay, it felt like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it was like, okay, this card gets this card get that. Like it was kind of cool. I just think this deck folds the removal though, and that's kind of what happened when he played against me. Like I just like I'm like Kona just dies to infinite.
He just has all the answers.
Yeah,
GG.
Like, yeah,
that qualification is mine, buddy. See ya.
Yeah. I felt bad for him because like I could tell he was like a little down because he came so far, and he told me he had not lost not a single match but a single game the entire day up until playing against me, because he was second place, and I guess just because him and Rick like they had the exact same record, I guess.
I think they drew right?
So I remember this now. He did not draw in. He played all matches, and that's why he was first. And Rick was second because first plays fourth and second plays third, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's how that worked. Yeah. So yeah, I beat him, and then me and Rick were first and second for the finals, and we just chopped it up, and we both got $60 and got our invitations and left. We didn't even play the finals match.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, congrats, buddy. We're very proud of you. All of our podcast audience, please, I'll make sure everybody knows Sass's address so they can all send you gifts.
Bro.
We'll share that after the episode. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So beyond just RCQ updates, we were going to chat about how the standard meta. Yeah.
Can I say the thing that the guy did that we noticed later about Knights of the Round?
Oh yeah, please.
So just one last thing, okay? So after we left the tournament, or right before we left the store, one of the people I was writing with, Matt, asked the guy for the deck list because he thought the list was really, really cool. So he took a copy of his deck list, right? He took a screenshot of it. Yeah. So this was Sunday morning because the RCQ was Saturday. So Sunday morning, this is 3 days ago, I got a message in our playtest group chat on Discord saying, Sass, the guy cheated versus you. And I was like, huh? Apparently in his deck list, Knights of the Round, he played Knights of the Round twice versus me. Apparently in his deck list, Knights of the Round was not in there for whatever reason. And so people were like, oh, well, did he cheat against you? And even like I don't know, what would the store do retroactively? He already got the invite. Like if we found this out the day of, like, I don't even know. I personally don't. Yeah, I don't know either. I personally don't think the guy cheated, though. I think he was a nice guy, and I think he just made an error. And the reason why I think he made an error was just because, like, he had one card that was, like, crossed off, and I'm just wondering if he forgot to, like, put it back in. But even with the card crossed off, that was still 75. So, like, I don't know what he did. I don't know. He just seemed like a nice guy, and I don't think he cheated. I mean, anyway, that was the only other thing I was going to say. So let's continue with the episode.
Check your deck lists, ladies and gentlemen. Check them once, check them twice. Go Santa Claus mode whenever you're at an RCQ. That's actually wild, bro. That's insane. I'm glad that he did not win, because that would have been really shitty if he won and then you found out that it happened, like, after the fact. So, I'm glad that you got there and then found this out. So, okay, in terms of standard meta stuff, we already chatted about a lot of the decks because of the stuff that Sass ran into. Surprise, surprise, Is It Cauldron is the best deck. Who would have guessed? We're still at 27% of the meta, still dominating every challenge. If you go on Goldfish and just like look at the little tournament finish results, it's just like the top places in like every single tournament. Like, look at the standard challenge. It was 1st, 3rd, 4th, 9th, 10th, 14th. Here's one where it was 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, 9th. Like, it's just dominating. Who would have guessed? Beyond that, there haven't really been too many big changes in the meta, except for, like Sass mentioned, this Azorius control deck, kind of the classic one that you would expect, has become more popular. I think primarily due to its ability to combat the Vivi decks. Seam Rip is just a very good card against Cauldron. We see like all these board wipes and especially Ultima that is not only good for destroying a big board but also kills Cauldron. And
Do you know,
then
real quick, do you know who I just saw this right before we started the podcast. Do you know who's considering playing Blue White Control and coming to Orlando with it?
who?
Fucking Arne.
I believe it. That sounds
Yeah.
like the deck for him, man.
Yeah, he put out a tweet like literally right before we started this episode. I just saw it saying that like I really want to go to Orlando, thinking of bringing Blue White Control. Might see everyone there, and he just put out a video about it too. But he thinks it's like the best deck in the format to combat Vivi. But I also agree. Anyway, continue with what you were saying.
And he's an expert control player, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's been the mono red dragons list as we talked about before. But interestingly, a mono red, like they're calling it mono red aggro right now. But the key card in it is they're just main decking 4 copies of Razorkin Needlehead, which is actually, I want to claim credit for this because I called this like 2 or 3 episodes ago.
You did.
This is the 2-drop 2/2 that it has first strike on your turn. Who cares? But more importantly, whenever an opponent draws a card, Razorkin Needlehead deals 1 damage to them. And so this is basically the aggro deck to fight against the Cauldron decks, because I think actually using this as your 2-drop is a little bit rough because oftentimes they're going to be holding up removal for your stuff. But if you save this until like turn 4, 5, 6, when they've already spent the removal on your early threats, and then you drop this, they like can't play their deck anymore, because if they're trying to go off, they need to be drawing like 3, 4, 5, 8 cards in a turn, and you just can't do that. You take so many pings off of this Razorkin Needlehead that you'll just die. And then, of course, it's running the classic aggro package of like Hired Claw, Emberheart Challenger, Screaming Nemesis, Lynx, Tursa. They're also running Burnout Bastronaut, which is a 1-mana 1/1 with Menace and Start Your Engines. You can pay 2 to pump it +1/+0, and at max speed it has Double Strike. So it's just a little guy who is hard to block because he has Menace, and then over time he'll eventually get Double Strike and you can pump him. So it's like a decent 1-drop that I think fills the role that our old boy Heartfire hero, rest in peace, used to fill. So aside from that, the meta hasn't changed a ton, but we are going to go see what happens this coming weekend in Orlando, which Sass will be going to.
Yeah, I'm really excited, bro. I got a 4-day weekend. I took out Friday, Monday's Labor Day. We got a nice Airbnb. Someone who actually is from Tallahassee, who we used to draft with, is coming down. It's gonna be nice to spend some time with him. They got a pool. Like, it's just gonna be a good weekend, man. Like, I think this is gonna be a really, really awesome weekend. And I'm not gonna lie, like having the RCQ under, or the qualification under my belt, like it kind of takes the edge off, like for the rest of the season. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be real, like going into this tournament, like my mindset for me is to just have fun. Like I'd like to day 2 for once in my life, but like I don't really care if I do or I don't that much, because like I don't know if anyone knows this, but like Pixie's like not really being played in challenges at all this last week, like at all. And I think it's just because it has a bad matchup versus Cauldron, and it makes sense. Like a lot of people who like put out like Pixie guides are switching to Demir. I thought about bringing Demir, actually. I haven't even told you this.
Oh, wow.
And I might. I don't know if I will or if I will. I think it's kind of a troll decision for me because of how much time I put into Pixie, and I think you'll tell me that too.
I'm going to tell you live on air right now, buddy. Don't you dare bring Demir. You better bring Pixie. That's the deck you know the best.
Right. You're right. I think this is going to be another situation where like everyone thinks, or I think Pixie is going to be a good choice, but then like I show up to the tournament and I'm one of 50. This has happened twice to me, by the way, already, where I show up to the tournament with Pixie and I'm one of 15 in the meta share for the 400 people at the tournament. I mean, I don't know. Do we know how many people are? It could be 400, it could be 800. Like, do we know how many people are usually at this type of? I feel like this is going to be a bigger SCG con.
Yeah, it's hard to know because I think the best like model we have for estimating is SCG Con Atlanta back in January when they did the first standard GP in like the last decade. The thing about that was it was like incredibly hype because it was marketed as like quote unquote the first GP like in a decade. And so everyone and their mother was flying from across the oceans of the world and intergalactic planets to come play this GP. And also standard was like in a really good spot. There was a ton of
Yeah.
diversity. The best deck was Dimir midrange, which felt, strong but beatable. I think now we're in a different position of like it's the hype is gone because we've been having a lot of these spotlight series. We had modern, we had limited already, and then also there's the issue that um, like standard's just not that fun right now compared to what it was back then. Like right now everybody we're in a spot where the mono red list is main decking 4 copies of Razorkin Needlehead. Like that should tell you something about whether standard is thriving or not. So we'll see
Yeah.
if that many people come, but I would expect somewhere in the like 500 to 800 range maybe based on current signups.
I would say standard is cooked. Standard is fucking cooked, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna say the same shit I said last episode. It's just rung true even more. Like, my hope is that like the meta share is like 30%, like just plus 30, and they were like, let's do an emergency ban. Like, I want this format to be better, man. I like this format. I'm having fun with this format. I want them to just make it better, man. Like, don't be afraid to shoot the sheriff. That's all I'm gonna say. The little cauldron that could, or the little Vivi that needs to be shot needs to be shot. I don't
The
know.
little VV that needs to be shot. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I have a more hopeful view of the format, which is like under the dark blackness blanket of night that is Vivi Cauldron. There are these little tiny seeds of hope that
Which
glimmer
are
from beneath the ground. I think that even though Cauldron is like clearly like dominating and wrecking everything, I still think there are a lot of really interesting decks that have been popping up
sure.
at the 1% meta share here and there. But it's cool to see that there's a lot of random diversity of like a one-off deck can do really well. Like I think Simic midrange existing is very cool. Like that's not a color combo I ever thought we would see in the current standard at all. Or things like I saw this new. It's not even like the Teamer Battle Crier deck, which is already really cool, but it's another Teamer like control deck that somebody posted on Reddit where they're playing Songcrafter Mage and a bunch of control spells and the
Yeah.
new X spell that like copies your permanents a million times for the win. So there are a lot of cool decks in the format. I think, of course, like you have to contend with the Cauldron decks if you want to have a decent win rate, but I think there is still a lot of room to explore, even if you're under the heavy blanket of is it Cauldron?
I'm under the heavy blanket, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I listen. I agree with you. I think there's some cool stuff popping up, but like, I just don't think like it's just like if you were asking me if like gun to your head, like someone was saying what should you play, and if you're trying to seriously win, and if you're trying to like win money, like just play Cauldron, man. Like this shit's too good. It's too fucking
Yeah.
good. This combo is not fair. This is like pioneer modern level combo. This is not a standard level thing to be doing. Like I'm sorry. I don't know. It's
GG.
it is what it is. Anyway,
Well, so to hopefully bring some joy and some hope into standard and not just be doomer about it the entire time, Sass and I both agreed that this week we would do a fun thing where basically each of us compiled a list of our top 5 favorite cards in standard, the cards that we actually like to see the most, that we like playing, that we think are cool designs, that are good for the game, whatever we decided what we thought our top 5 favorites were. We do not know each other's lists yet, so this is going to be a little bit of a game of who is the better friend, and can read the mind of the
wow.
other person.
That's the test of friendship. Is what are your 5 best like favorite Magic cards? Like that's the test. Like not like what your birthday is or like what your
No,
favorite place to eat is. It's just 5 Magic
it's
cards.
just 5 magic cards, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can start with my list. So I have 5 cards. The way that we're going to do this is first, I want Sass to guess the 5, and you can try to put them in order if you want. I'm going to give you points even if you just guess which the 5 are, and then I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong, but I will reveal them in order, and then at the end we'll see how many you got right. So what do you
Okay.
think my top 5 favorite individual cards in standard are right now?
Before we go in, I'm just gonna read the show notes. I think they're so fucking funny that you put. It says Rivers list dash first. Sass guesses the 5. Another dash. River reveals one with explanations. Another dash. How many did Sass get right? Question mark. Like, I just think this is so fucking funny to me. Anyway. Do you want me to start from the number 1 or 5?
I'm gonna go 5-1 to build it up to my favorite card. So if you can switch the order if you think that you need to, but see if you can guess the 5, and it's okay if you don't get the order.
Okay. I'll put. I can do the first 4, but I actually can't think of a 5th. I was actually trying to think of this like right before the episode.
Give me the first 4 and then see if you can think of the 5th one.
Okay, 4. I can't think of a 5th rune right now, but I know in the top 4 flood. I'd say 4 is Flood Pit's Drowner.
I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong. So you got to tell me. Yeah.
3 is Tishana's Tidebinder. 2 is Kaido. And 1 is Enduring Curiosity.
And what do you think 5 is?
I don't know. I'm going to throw in like... What's something goofy and fun that you would like? Oh, fuck! Bro, I'm trolling. 1 is Marauding Mako. I'm fucking trolling so hard. Holy shit. Actually, I'm trolling so... Okay. 1 is Marauding Mako, and then just bump everything down 1. I'm sorry.
Okay, so here's my list. So my number 5 is Ouroboros. So I know, isn't that crazy? This is a recent addition to my favorite list. I know he's in shock, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry.
Well, I'm not. And you, okay, all right. I'll go ahead.
You're about to get a lot of points, so don't even worry, bro.
Okay.
So Ouroboros is the space worm boy, the sweet little plant baby who puts counters on everything.
Coolest
this
art
is
ever.
A card. I know the art is so clean, and then
so fucking cool.
I just think this design is awesome. Like, it's a card that is super snowbally and powerful if it gets going. The ability to just like put counters like crazy. Yeah.
I'm gonna get hated by someone for this. It's the green shield. It's the green Shieldred.
I love that, actually. I think that's so good.
Someone out there is gonna really hate me for saying that, but that's okay.
Good thing we're giving out your address after the episode, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is like the green equivalent of what Shieldred would do, right? Like, it just builds your team. I think it's a very cool design too, that the putting X counters where X is specifically its power means that if you find other ways to pump this creature's power, then it snowballs even harder. I think it's cool that it's like this like exponential growth. Like, it feels like a very powerful like green. It's like a real green mechanic, if you know what I mean. Green was like my first favorite color in Magic, and I just think this like embodies that like powerful green vibe. And it's still a card that just dies to removal, but it's like if you don't have the removal immediately, it's so powerful, right? Yeah. Which I think is a great mechanic for a green card. Like, it asks your opponent like, "Hey, can you kill this right now? Because if not, GG."
Bye.
So that's my number 5 is Ouroboros. My number 4, Sass guessed it. It is Flood Pit's Drowner.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep, you got it right.
I know you love that card so much. It's so flexible.
I know. I think that's what I love about this card is it just does so many things. The fact that it has flash means it can do it at so many times. Like, so I played a ton of Dimir over the last, like, since Duskmourn was released. And this card is a way to have a creature and a removal spell in one that lets you play Kaido on 3. It's a way to tap one creature and block another one. It's a way to tap down your opponent's thing so that you can swing for lethal. It's a way to shuffle things in as a true removal spell if you need like the creature truly gone. You can even do really cool shenanigans where you like flash this in on the end step, tap something down, then you swing it they declare no blocks. You activate the shuffle ability, but before the shuffle ability resolves, you ninjutsu it back to your hand so that your opponent's thing gets shuffled, but you still get the Flood Pits Drowner back in your hand. So there's just so many things that you can do with this card. I just think it's a super fun card to play while still like not being busted or broken. I just think it's a really, really fantastic design. And I think this is like one of the best designed blue creatures that Wizards has made in a long time.
Agreed.
Okay, my number 3, Marauding Mako.
What?
I know. So I had to be real with myself.
Wow.
I love Marauding Mako. Okay, this card
really
is my GOAT. I probably just like blew out the mic right there, but
It's okay.
I scream that this is my GOAT all the time. Like, look at this, man. Look at this card, bro. Look at him. He's so cute. And he's just like a little pirate shark. Like, he's a shark, bro. And he's just like swinging in all happy, stealing all that stuff. And he's just like, what a bunch of junk. I'll take the lot. In my head, if you've ever played Hearthstone, he has the same voice as a SI7 agent who's like, this guy's toast. Like, the Marauding Mako is voiced by the same voice actor in my head. It's Marauding Mako, not Mako. How dare anyone get the species of shark wrong? How dare you? And then, why do I actually like this as a Magic card? Because I haven't talked about that. I think this is another just super cool design. Like, it's a 1-mana 1/1. It doesn't do anything on its own. But I think the ability to like just get counters as you discard stuff is really cool and unique. And the fact that it also has synergy with itself with the cycling on it is really neat. I love that you can play one Mako and cycle another as like a combat trick for your first Mako. That's really cool. Honestly, I love this card because of Modern. I play the like Hollow One deck where this card just like can become insanely massive in that deck. But like as we've seen in Cauldron, this card is very, very powerful in Standard too. So this is number 3 on my list and not number 1 because even though I absolutely adore this card, I adore it mostly because of Modern, but I do think it's great in Standard too. So yeah. Do you have any thoughts on 2 and 1 now that these have been revealed?
I mean, I'm just flabbergasted you put Mako out at 3. Like, I don't know. It is what it is.
I know. He'll never forget
I can't believe it. I literally changed my sentence or my list for you mid because I realized that like, oh, I'm trolling if I don't put this at 1. I feel like this is the greatest bamboozle of our friendship by far. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna for one of your birthdays, I'm gonna hire the SI7 agent voice actor to say the line of Marauding Mako.
Holy shit.
And then you can make that as your like ringtone or some shit.
That would actually be like the best present I've ever gotten.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. That's gonna happen one day. I'm gonna do it.
Oh my god, that would like make my life
but
completed.
I should have made it a surprise, but I feel like I was so excited to share it. It's fine, whatever.
That's like a genius idea. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 2, as a shock to no one, it's Kaido, Bane of Nightmares. I think this card is so cool, such a sweet design. It does so many things. I love that it's a creature and a planeswalker. I love that. I think the ninjutsu mechanic is very, very cool. And it being on a planeswalker is like so thematic. I love, even though Sass is an absolute hater of this art, I love his little raccoon guy. I forget the name of the raccoon, just jumping through, like poking out into the little frame of the card. He's so cute. I do wish that the card was just the raccoon. That would be nice.
Yeah.
And I think this is a card that like had the biggest learning curve for me in Standard. Like, I feel like I still learn more about how to play this card well in different situations the more I played it. And I've played this like probably like 3 or 4 or 500 times in my life. So I feel like this is a card that just encourages me to like continue learning, continue like doing different things. And the fact that all of his modes are like a different like category of what Magic wants you to do. Like his +1 is let's like kill people with creatures. His 0 is let's draw cards, and his -2 is let's interact with our opponent and remove their stuff. It's just like one of those cards that does everything, and I think it's really neat. And then lastly, number 1 card, favorite card in Standard. I had to do it. It's Enduring Curiosity.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I would have like that's no brainer for me. Like that's you have too many core memories unlocked in your head with that one.
Yeah. I mean, this is the card that I won my first RCQ with. It's such a cute little cat. It actually looks like Sass's cat Mango. We
It
nicknamed it
does, yeah.
Mango. Such a cutie pie. Um, it's just such a classic piece of standard. I think it's like very, very powerful without being broken. Um, I love the way that it plays. I love creatures. I love the like playing at instant speed. I love drawing cards. Like it does everything that I want to do. So this is my favorite card. GG. So
Yeah,
in
not
summation,
surprised.
now I'm terrified that I set this expectation and now you guessed 4 of my 5 correctly, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm about to be the worst friend.
I don't think you're gonna I don't think you're gonna have an easy time with mine. I feel like mine like I don't
Oh
really talk
shit.
about it with you that much. I feel like this isn't like because I was thinking of it like as you were talking and I'm like I feel like he's gonna struggle with this because one of them
Really?
I will tell you this we share one of these cards.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh shit. Okay, we
yeah,
share. That's a pretty big hint, honestly.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you what my guesses were gonna be. So I was thinking through this, and I was trying to think of the cards that Sass yaps about all the time. I went to the Esper Pixie deck list because that's the deck that Sass plays the most. Oh, he's shaking his head. My guesses are gonna be wrong. Um, I tried to think of like the cards that I think Sass enjoys the most, like the card types. So like Sass loves card draw, Sass loves removal. Sass never plays in the Gruul colors, so if one of them is Gruul, I'm gonna be very surprised. I might be wrong. Um, so here are my guesses. I think. Oh man, I'm so scared that I'm gonna be wrong now.
I think you'll get two right no matter what. I think you're gonna get two of these in the five, but I really do think you're gonna struggle with this list because I had to think about it for a bit, and I feel like these are gonna be curveballs for you.
Okay, I know Liliana has rotated out of standard, so that does help me.
Yeah, So obviously, I'm just gonna say this. Let's just throw these out there. Cards that have rotated out of standard would be in this list. Like I would have Hopeless Nightmare, This Town Ain't Big Enough, and Liliana in this list, but they are not in there. They would
Yeah,
100% be above any of these cards that you're about to go through.
which makes my life much harder because those are the easiest slam dunk picks.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
think the most obvious one for me is Stock Up. Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong, but so I would say I was gonna guess Stock Up. I was gonna guess um, Cryogen Relic because you're obsessed with that card. I was gonna guess Duress because I think that you just love that kind of effect and that you think that effect is so clean and like so like you're such a black gamer. The look on your face is telling me that I'm wrong about that one. You said that we have one in common. I'm like low key scared that it's about to be a Roboroid, but I think it's Enduring Curiosity because I think you just really love that card. Oh fuck. I'm about to get like one of these right. And then my fifth one, man, I don't know with my fifth one. I was
I think
trying to
you could
think
get
of
the
it for
number
a long
one.
time.
I think you can get number one. I actually think you can get it.
Oh shit, I thought Stock Up was gonna be number one.
No,
My
I
okay, my last guess was gonna be Cosmo Grand Zenith.
okay. So you got two of the cards, none of the order.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
go through 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, five. And this is why I was laughing earlier and I was trying to hide it. Is actually a Roboroid.
God.
I love. I told you as soon as that was my favorite art. This is
It's
the
a
only
sweet
card
card.
that's ever wanted me to make me play green. I told you this. Like, I fucking love a Roboroid. If there was a way for me to play a green deck that I think I would enjoy, because I just don't think I would enjoy the Simic deck. And maybe I would. I don't know. But I really love a Roboroid. I think that card is so fucking cool. That is one of the best design Magic cards that has come out for a while. The art is clean. Like, I don't know. One of these days, I'm gonna buy the pre-release stamped version of that card. I really need that, really, really
It's a
badly.
sweet printing.
Okay. I did a gameplay choice here because I was like, what are the cards I think I have a lot of fun with? And I was gonna put Pixie here, but I was like, I feel like I have more fun with Kieran. So Kieran is number 4.
I was actually gonna guess Kieran.
Yeah,
I had it like 6 or 7 in my head, but yeah.
yeah. I had Kieran not come out, I think this spot would have been Fear of Isolation, just because of how much like you helped me learn with that card specifically.
It's a sweet card.
3 is Zenith.
Okay, nice.
Like I love the art for that card. I love the effect. I think I called as soon as Edge dropped, I was like, this is gonna be broken as fuck. This is gonna be so good.
We saw the spoiler together and like freaked out.
Yeah. I was like, this is broken as fuck. Like this is so dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I think Zenith is gonna be a mainstay card that's here to stay for a long time. And Kieran, I just feel like you can do so many cool things with that card, man. I do feel like that. I was, as I was thinking of this list, I will say this before we do the last 2. I've just realized that like I really, really like have lost a lot of my favorite things to do in Standard. Like I really liked This Town Ain't Big Enough. I really, really liked Hopeless Nightmare. I love the Lupin Pixie, and I'm sad it's gone, but I understand it needs to be gone. But it pisses me off that like that is gone, and then we have Cauldron. But hands down, it would be This Town Ain't Big Enough and Hopeless Nightmare. Yeah. And then 2 is Stock Up, actually. Yeah, I think Stock Up is just broken. It's like it's one of my favorite cards. Like that Standard was released. It kind of had this history of like creeping into the meta. No one realized it was broken at the start, and then everyone was like, "Oh, this card's insane."
Yeah.
I think it's got a lot of skill. You get to you trying to decide what the 5 are or what the 2 of the 5 to pick. I think there's a lot of skill in that. I just think it's a really cool deck. I like it a lot, or a really cool card. I like it a lot. And then, do you want another shot at number 1? I'm gonna give you one more shot.
Oh, with all of this knowledge. Wow, so I'm surprised Cryogen Relic was not in there. So I'll
tell you what.
I'll give it my guess because I think I know. I think I might know. This is another one that was in contention for me. I think it's Storm Chaser's Talent.
It is.
Let's go.
Yeah. I love this card, man. I think it's so fucking funny. I just think it's so fucking funny picking up this stupid ass Otter enchantment and then putting it back down. I think it's so troll and that's part of the reason why I've loved Pixie too, is the charm of just like putting together a bunch of uncommons while everyone else is playing like rares and mythics instead. I think that is so fucking funny to me that like you're just playing a bunch of uncommons and everyone else is like spending a lot of, I don't know. I just really like the charm of that from Pixie. And I just think that like there's like no theme in Pixie of like the card arts together. It's just really fucking funny. I love it. But yeah, Storm Chaser's Talent, hands down. I really love the card. I love decks that can put it to 6. I really like the Is It Prowess decks. I really like the ability to like pick up something from your graveyard too. Goes great with Stock Up. And that's why it's my 1 and 2. And I also, I mean, ideally, like I think like it has a core memory with me because like my friends all drew like Otter art tokens for me, and like I use those at every single RCQ I go to. So like that's a big part of why I like the card as well too.
It's a sweet card, man. It's a really sweet card.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much you can do with it as just like a 1-drop. Yeah. I should have known. I should have known this is your number 1.
I didn't expect you to get it because I feel like I don't, because none of these cards outside of Zenith and Stock Up I really talk about. Like I think we talked about Ouroboros a little bit, but I don't really ever like tell you, and I don't think we would talk about Kieran ever either because like, I mean, honestly, I'll just be honest, it's just the coolest looking bouncer and it's the most flexible of the bouncers. So like, that's why I like it so much. I was like trying to think like, what are the cards I like the most? And like Cosmic Grand Zenith is brand new. Like, I don't know.
So, okay,
I guess I know you better than you know me.
You know me twice as well as I know you.
Yeah.
So my 5, I'm just going to say them again to make sure I remember. So mine were Ouroboros 5, Flood Pits Drowner 4, Marauding Mako 3, Kaido 2, and Curiosity 1.
Yeah.
And yours were Ouroboros 5 as well. That's the only one we shared, wildly enough. Kieran 4, Zenith 3, Stock Up 2, and Storm Chaser's Talent 1.
Yeah.
Wow, you can really tell the decks that we enjoy playing the most.
I mean, that makes sense though, right? Like we picked
Yeah.
the standard deck that has the cards that we think we would like the most in it. So it makes sense that we're playing the decks that can play the majority of them.
Yeah. This is also, it was a really fun exercise to like think through, like if I could like actually only pick 5, what would I pick? Because I feel like I could pick like 15 or 20 cards that I think are really cool in standard.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. Well, I am about to run to a Modern event, so I'm gonna dip.
Be free, my son. Be free.
All right, listening
Go
audience, love you guys. Thank you for bearing with our cat fighting adventures. You can expect to find Sass's address in the description of this video. GG!
Oh, GG.
All right, catch you next time, buddy.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this week's episode of the Scry Guys podcast. As you can tell, we're a bit of a newer podcast, so do what you can to spread it around, share it with your friends, post it on social media, basically anything to make us rich so that I can get a real editor and stop doing Sass's dirty work. You can contact us at scryguyspodcast@gmail.com, and have an amazing week.